Wintertime's a terrible thing because you can't ride the bike. So what else are you supposed to do besides buy a crap ton of parts for the bike specifically? I may have splurged.
How much did you spend?
About 8,000.
This better be good.
It's gonna be good. We got a lot of different parts in here. I already got really excited and giddy and threw one part on already, which is this lowrider seat. Two of my favorite pieces so far. Half of this is just carbon fiber, may I remind you. So we have like the front cowl in matte carbon. Ooh, yeah. So that's all carbon. This is all carbon. This is all carbon. And then la creme de la creme. If you know, you know. This is gonna be really loud.
So what's your favorite part that you bought? Like if you had to choose out of all this right here.
Oh, like what would I send all back if I had to, except one?
Yeah.
I'd keep this. I'd keep the aero exhaust. This is the most important piece right here. All right, Ty, for those 7 pieces right there, how much do you think that was?
I'm gonna say like $2 grand.
It wasn't that bad. It was $737.89. You know, help me, Harley. So Rizoma makes some high quality products, but the unboxing experience for some of their products is pretty insane. So this is the digital dash carbon fiber screen cover that also is supposed to help with wind deflection. But I mean, look at that. That's kind of absurd, right? Just the unboxing experience of that was pretty crazy. Ugh. But they do make a very high quality grade product right there, so. And that will go right here, somewhere in there, but it will cover this up and kind of give it one whole uniform to look to it. So it'll look really good. We're excited. The mod that's gonna make the biggest difference across the board is gonna be the aero exhaust. I obviously want to know what it's gonna sound like before and after, and you'll also be able to know what it sounds like before and after. So we're gonna start her up one last time with the stock exhaust. When she warms up, give her a few revs. This is gonna be the last time that it's gonna sound boring. I mean, it's not like bad, but it could be so much better. And it's about to be a whole lot better.
This is gonna be obnoxious.
Oh, I'm actually worried. Ooh, titanium. Look at the craftsmanship of those welds. This stuff is light too. Like these bikes are already really light from factory, and obviously if you know anything about power to weight ratio, from what I've read on forums is the stock exhaust is like 17 to 20 pounds. This is 5 pounds. So that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but trust me, weight savings on a bike like this, it's not necessary or needed, but oh my goodness, just some of these pieces are... And I've never had an aero exhaust before. Always wanted one, never had one up until now. Just look at that. Whew. Aero, you make some good products. You make some really good products. Now I did full titanium on this. So we're gonna get some nice blue color to it. Oh. With the carbon tips. Oh!
That's nice.
Dude, that is a straight through pass. Look at that. There is nothing restricting anything. Wow, this is gonna be really loud, isn't it?
I'm excited.
I am too. I'm a little scared.
Isn't this thing supposed to come like with like decibel killers?
Yes, there are supposed to be some small inserts somewhere.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
To help with the noise. I don't know if that is an option you have to order because mine doesn't seem to have any. So
All the noise.
I'm extra scared. I love loud things. That's why I got a Borla exhaust for that thing on the way. Full titanium with the matte carbon tips because it has to match the rest of the build, of course, you know. Well, looking at the parts and pieces, this shouldn't be too difficult to assemble. Famous last words, of course.
Famous last words, of course.
But doesn't look like too much of an issue, right? There's a few things, but yeah, okay. Well, let's get started.
Hey guys, Chris Fix here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Venno, which stands for Venom in Italian, because it's an Italian bike, right? But oh man, does she look good. For the bike to get to where it's at right now, we are teetering close to about $9,000 total in modifications. With all of my vehicles, all of my bikes, I think everyone can agree you want to make it your own. And so for me, that meant a lot of black and red, a lot of carbon fiber, and then obviously we want to protect the bike and ensure that it's going to do good with maybe some silly shenanigans that we get into. So we threw on some Evotech frame sliders. Those were an absolute pain in the butt. I'd never wish the install on my worst enemy for those. And there's a few things being a Ducati that were just not fun to install. Would I ever do this again? No, I think next time I do a bike build, specifically a Ducati bike build, I'm just gonna pay someone to do it, because oh my gosh. So we're just gonna walk through all the different modifications and parts that we added on, not in any specific order or anything, but we're gonna basically start from front to back. So starting right up here at the front, we added this new dash screen, windscreen, I don't know what to call it exactly, but it's in carbon fiber, it's by Rizoma. We then added these Rizoma by Ducati clutch fluid and brake fluid reservoir, which are super awesome. We threw on these shorty levers from Evotech, really like them. They're fully adjustable and everything, plus the black and red theme is going on here. We also added some Pro 717 grips, black and red theme to continue there. We threw on carbon fiber front fender, which is super nice, absolutely love it. We also threw on the Evotech radiator guards. These were an absolute nightmare too. The canards, winglets, whatever you want to call them, also in carbon fiber, probably my favorite modification to date. And then coming a little bit towards the back and the center, more carbon fiber battery cover. We swapped out this gas tank with a red cap instead of a black cap. And then we added more carbon fiber here to the frame. We added the Evotech frame sliders here, the Rizoma snake foot pegs in red, of course. We did a sprocket cover. We also added the rear cover guard, which is also the rear wheel cover as well. I'm not sure what this piece is actually called. I think it's just called a mud flap cover. I was looking to maybe do this in carbon fiber as well, but that piece is really, really difficult. I did end up removing the plastic piece that covers the engine right here, was gonna do carbon fiber, and then realized just to remove that small dinky plastic little piece, you had to remove the tank to get access to the bolts. So we're just gonna leave it as is, because that was a nightmare. Coming around to the other side, there's not a whole lot more that we added here. We added a red oil cap. That's about there on that part. And then of course, a red oil sump guard there on the bottom. And then very small intricate details like valve stem caps are also in red from CNC, both for front and rear. And then the creme de la creme, which really ties this all together. Well, there's two things. One is this aero exhaust. This sounds amazing, phenomenal. 100% best money spent on this bike yet. So we're still hoping and waiting for some blue to come in on the pipes, but oh my gosh, this thing sounds amazing. Oh, just best money spent on this bike so far. And then the idle was a little bit rough and everything with the new exhaust, so we got an open flash tune for that, and it's doing really, really well now. And then of course, the Ducati livery. Now the Streetfighter already looks amazing as is. I love that it came in black. Don't get me wrong, red is my favorite color, but Ducati red's just a little too much for me. And so I wanted to kind of break up the black a little bit, go with the black and red theme. And this was a sticker kit that we found on Dab Rabbit. I'm pretty happy with it overall. It's not a true fit sticker kit, so there are some breakups here in the stickers here and there that I'm not too happy about, but it really stands out. When people see this, they're gonna know that it's my bike, and that's what I do with all of my vehicles and bikes. Super happy with how it turned out. It was an absolute nightmare to work on. Would never wish this on my worst enemy, but here it is as it sits. 99% complete. We're still waiting on 2 last parts for it, which will be here in about a month or so. But ladies and gentlemen, the build is complete.